I wanted to show you guys, this is a spot I have close to home. A friend of mine has a small little 15-acre farm, and it's all overgrown. You know, one time I had a food plot over here. I got a redneck hay bale blind over there, and over here we got a small little tiny pond. It's like a little watering hole. It's great because in the summer it's a really good water source for the deer to come to. And Scott and I this morning, we hung a stand in this spot and basically took my weed whacker and I cut a trail going back behind the pond, and I put right in here behind the pond. It's a normal trail, traditional trail, where they come out of the hardwoods and they come out into this field. And right in here in this secluded area, I put a mock scrape. I know it's early, but they'll use it. Put in a mock scrape, and I hung up in this tree. As you can see right here, that is a vine licking branch that we installed. If you look up top here, you can kind of see a piece of paracord that we used right up there. We tied it off. Hangs down right where we want it. And I bought some synthetic forehead gland lure, sprayed the vine licking branch, but you don't even have to do that. Sometimes you could just leave it alone. The deer will find it on its own, and once one deer starts using it, that's all you need. And as every deer comes out of this spot, they're going to walk through here. Going to have this scrape right here, and it'll lead out into the field. And I've got a set right here. It's a tree stand set. It's just nice and close to home. Probably going to have this all set up so that when my son comes home from the Marine Corps, he's got a nice easy spot where he can shoot a doe or anything that comes out of here. I pulled the card on the camera over here and got a couple of pictures of like a 3-year-old 8, it looks like. It was taken last month. It'll be interesting to see what he grows into. But should be a pretty nice buck. And it's a good little spot. So just wanted to show you this little tip. Forgot the guy's name. I think his name is Jeff Sturgis. He does that. He's got a YouTube channel, a lot of habitat solutions for whitetails, and he's got a lot of great videos on using these vine licking branch setups. And I've been using mock scrapes for years. I remember pulling out a mock scrape just as a spot where I figured if a deer was walking by, they would get curious and go and check it out to give me a shot opportunity. And I was doing it back in the early 80s when I really didn't hear too much talk about it, and then it became very popular. And you know something, a mock licking branch is something that would work just as well too. And a vine works really well for it. We got into using them last year, and I've got cameras over them, and they work like a charm. So it's a nice little tip. If you want to kind of create a little social hub in your shooting lane, this is a really good idea. So here's the stand. Nice 10-yard shot right here. Right on the transition zone, coming out of thick bedding and hardwoods, leading out into the fields. It's going to be a killer spot.